Hello everybody. This is Show here, and now, before I do get into the story, let me just say something. My friend Blaze Hollow of the Blessed Heroes, he tagged me right back because I gave him the Pika Pika no Mi story. And he challenged me to try and do a bit of a take on the Batto no Mi. Now, for story's convenience, I will be treating this a bit more like a part 0, if not more like a part 1. So, that should be interesting to see. Now, before we do get into the story, I do have one thing to say to Blaze. You tagged me for another devil fruit. So, now that I'm back in your wheelhouse, I think it's only good and safe to say we're pulling you back over to my wheelhouse. Marvel or DC? And I do know there is one idea that you are particularly fond of. So, I want to see you do a take on Godspeed. What if Deku was Godspeed, Blaze? Let's see what you can do with that. Now, with that being said, let's go right into the story. Let us begin. We will start with Izuku Midoriya. His life hasn't been very good. Things in it haven't been easy. Quirkless, without power, without a father, and with only his mother there, though she shattered his dreams of being a hero when he was a child. His childhood friend turned into his bully. Life could be worse, but it could definitely be a whole lot better. And Izuku, he does have a lot going through his mind. The wet notebook in his hand, walking home. Not really too sure what to do. Not really too sure how to go about everything. That stupid jerk just tossed his notebook away. How is that even fair? He's gonna go to UA and that just that annoys him. He's gonna try out for UA. He has to. But could he make it in? Can it actually work? He wants to be a hero. Help people, save them. Just try and protect people. That's all he wants to do. And this does mean a lot. He had to take a bit of a detour. The tunnel heading home that was a shortcut was closed off. Apparently there was an incident there. And a villain, yeah, they got into a fight with a pro hero. That's all he knows. Though his feet, they do make him wander. Currently, him walking down the street and turning his head. Before seeing huh, it's a small little cafe. That seems interesting. I'm going to walk over. Before he does, going to see a few of the items on the menu. Him deciding to use some of his pocket money to step inside. And whenever he does, there is a man behind the counter. Currently, him polishing a glass before he's at a turn, waving his hand at Izuku. As he does, gotta look around, and then gonna walk to a table and sit down. The man going to move out from behind the bar and walk over, bring down a menu, and asking Izuku if he'd like to try any of the specials today. Oh, I don't really know what to get. We'll start you off with a simple little tea. Does that sound fair? It would be a nice little cheap item. Not too pricey, not too much. Sound fair? Uh, yes, thank you. Alright. And we also do have another complimentary item. Though, I'm guessing it's been a bit of a rough day. Yeah, it has. I just like the tea, if that's fine. That's alright. I'm gonna walk away. And Izuku does look around. I mean, It's a nice little place, but it's empty. He's the only one here. That's a little strange. Okay, but has this place always been here? This going through Izuku's mind before the man decided to come walking back out and set down a nice hot cup of tea. Before he does, gonna walk away and then come back. Currently, him with a few things on a tray before he does a sit down across from Izuku. Currently, him holding up a strange looking fruit and then going to hold up a knife. Beginning to talk about it. Well, he's the only one here, so he's gonna go ahead and take his break. Really? Yeah, you don't mind, do you? Sorry, it's just you look like you got a few things in your mind, kid. Want to talk about it? Uh, well, it's just a bit weird. The man gonna hold the knife and grab an apple. Currently, him holding it up before beginning to slice into it. Izuku trying to explain. And Blaze, he does sit there. Currently, him gonna take the apple slices and begin to eat. Before he does, hear Izuku talk about his story. His tea beginning to cool. Now, Blaze is trying to express. Yeah, that sounds like a very big problem. Though he hasn't just tried to fight this Bakugo guy? No. That sounds like a bad idea. And you want to go to UA? Yes. It's not that far fetched for someone who's quirkless, is it? It's not. Though it is for someone who's weak. What? You want to be a hero. Have you been training, doing anything? I mean, anything at all? Uh, no, not really. I just assumed that I'd be able to try out and do what I can. Okay. Listen, Izuku. I'm sorry to tell you this, but that's not how the world works. The world is harsh, it's mean, and it's not fair. You didn't try to make up for that fairness, now did you? What? Exactly. You're a smart person. I can see that. Trust me, I do. But have you thought of tactics? Do you know how to fight? Do you know any of this? Um, no? Then there's your problem. You want to try, but you're not putting in the effort. Currently, him biting into a piece of the apple. Before he does, gonna hold another one out. Talking about it. There's a lot of things that he could do, though that does raise the question. Currently, him rolling the apple back towards him, talking about how there's a lot of things he could do. If given the opportunity, would he take a power? Uh, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Take a power? You know, as if someone handed the power to you. Would you take it? I guess. Does it matter what power? I think I might be happy to have some power at all. Just some way to try and help. Okay, interesting. Currently, him holding out the fruit, asking if he'd like an apple. That looks a little weird. Oh, I know. It's special. Have a bite. Don't worry, I washed it off back in the back. Trust me, it's gonna be alright. Though I definitely would say that today's the day your luck changes. Why is that? Deku biting into the apple. As Blaze expresses, it's just a feeling. Though Deku, the moment he does bite into this thing, he gets that horrendous taste in his mouth. As if someone decided to stuff it full of garbage and light it on fire. and then put that in a candle because he can smell this. Currently, Deku going to somewhat hack up and spit out the fruit before he has to drop the apple and turn, chugging down the tea that's on the table. It's still a little warm before it is a slide down his gullet, trying to clear his palate. And Izuku does continue to cough before Blaze to talk about it. That one might have gone bad. Oh, that tasted so. Uh huh. Uh, Batto. Batto. What? Nothing. It's just. Did you say something? No, I didn't. Though, you were on your way home, right? Oh, yes, I. Oh, God. How long have I been here? I'd say around 30 minutes, maybe 45. I haven't been keeping that good a track of time. Later, kid. But the tea, I'm so sorry about the fruit. No, 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 don't worry, don't worry. You've already been having a pretty bad day. I won't charge you, or make you clean it up. Deku gonna run off. Before he does it, a head home. And Blaze does a somewhat turn. Him smiling, before someone leaning against the bar does go to express. Him turning his head. He told him he could make him eat it. And right now, let's cut back to Izuku, who does go to run home. A few things going through his mind. And his mom, she was a little scared. She was concerned. His phone, it wasn't ringing. She couldn't call him, and she texted him a few times, but there was nothing. She heard about a villain attack and got scared, because it was nearby. And him being late did not make her feel any better. And Izuku doesn't understand. Him walking over and going to give his mother a hug. As she does, Venus will calm down and feel a little odd. Him pulling away for his turn and go to walk towards his room. Since right now he wants to do a few things. And Inko does feel a little off. As if someone just zapped all the energy out of her. She knew that she was a little older and not in the best of shape, but she feels like she's going to fall over, currently smashing to the ground. Before Izuku, he does get a turn, hearing that sound and stepping out of the room. Before his mother does lay there unconscious, and is a turn, currently him running to the phone and calling an ambulance, since this isn't good. And the operator, they try to tell Izuku about what to do. If she hit her head, this is going to be bad. Is she conscious? What's going on? And Izuku, he does get taken to the hospital with his mother. Him trying to just sit there and think. Today's definitely been possibly the most terrible day of his life. And that is certainly saying something. He thought the worst day of his life was whenever he was 4. And now, after today, he was told to take a swan dive off the roof by Bakugo, who blew up his notebook. Given a weird fruit, and his mother collapsed at home. Yeah, this is certainly not a very good day. Not at all. But his mind keeps going to that weird fruit and that name. He's never seen a fruit like that before, ever. I mean, he just thought it was one of those strange looking fruits, but no, it had a weird pattern on it. Almost like clouds. So, where did that strange person get it from? I mean, are they native to Japan? Actually, no, he hopes not, because if they all taste that way, then they might all be bad. The thought going through his head before someone does come to walk out. and they do go to Express, turning and seeing him, asking if he's her son. Yes, is she okay? She's doing perfectly fine now, though she is weak. She'll need a lot of time to recover. Uh, Possibly about 2 weeks, three at the most. Well, not even at the most. It's just, she hasn't been doing well. She's lost muscle mass. And, well, young man, I'm sorry. That's all we can really do right now. We could prescribe something, but we think that putting her on a steroid right now might not be very good. So, what does that mean? She'll be okay. She just needs time. Them expressing. He can sit and talk with her if he does want. Though visiting hours are almost over, they're sorry they can't make an exception. Before the man does a turn walking away. Currently, Deku gonna walk into the room and sit there, seeing his mother laying in the hospital bed. She's gonna be okay. That's that's good. Though, what should he do? I mean, definitely not good. Head home. She's asleep. He can leave her a note. Izuku gonna do so, standing up and leaving after he's gonna write something down and put it by her bed. Before he does it, I'll walk out and go down the road. Currently thinking about what to do. He's gotta go. Well, not really. He's got some time, and that will definitely help. That one man said a few things to him today. Try to do better, get stronger to be a hero, maybe get into some sort of martial arts or self defense. No, no, yeah, he might have a point. I mean, it's harsh, but maybe he's right. Him turning, hearing a noise. Before he does, gonna see a few people staying there. Currently, one of them bring their foot up and smashing it down. Before Izuku, he doesn't see the person on the ground. Currently, them trying to do what they can to cover themselves as someone doesn't hear a sound. Deku stepping across the street and going to tell them to leave him alone. While I'm turning, before they see Izuku, and the person, they do get back up. The trunk on their face somewhat bruised, and not able to move very well. However, they did at least talk about it. Come on, they were having fun. Besides, the Mutie doesn't even have any reason to be around here. Just leave him alone. What are you gonna do? One of them's stepping forwards, talking about it. He's some sort of friends with mutants, right? Is that it? It's just, it's not right. Is it now? Well, we don't care what you think, alright? So fuck off. Got it? Besides, we had a few other people we wanted to visit today. Izuku's staying there. Before he does get step forwards, talking about it. That's not cool. Really? So you're some sort of hero? Come on, kid. Be serious. The person stepping forwards, as one of them do to hold up their hand and show off the sharp claws they can do. Currently, their fingernails going to elongate. Another person doesn't hold their hand. Talking about it. Currently, spikes shooting off of their arm. Before they do go to aim their arm upwards and show the spikes can somewhat move around. And that it does make Deku curious for looking at this person who does go to bring their hands up. Talking about it. Oh, them? It's simple. They've got some pretty strong fists. So does he really want to try? Izuku gonna bring his hands up. Um, I'd really rather not. You know, I'm just not. Them rushing forwards and going to throw out their hand. Currently, Deku being punched across the face, where he's at a fall. The person climbing on top of him and bringing their hand back. Deku throwing his hand out as he's trying to push them off of him. However, the moment he does touch them, they do begin to feel odd. And Izuku, he does it to feel strange. He feels energized, stronger, more powerful. And the person, when Izuku does a look up and see them, they do begin to turn. Before they're to smash on the ground and let out a sound. Deku's staring at an old man, and the two people who saw that do get to stare at Izuku. Before he is a sit up, and the fangs in his mouth do get to somewhat show from their side. Currently, while I'm talking about it, okay, what the hell was that? Deku climbing to his feet. Before he does begin to feel more of this energy. He feels better. He feels great. Okay, yeah, no. Maybe this wasn't a bad idea. He couldn't see that anymore. The person going to step forwards, currently them throwing out their claws as Deku does going to bring his hands up. Him grabbing them by their wrist as they do begin to drain. And Izuku, he does go to change. Currently, him being coated in a purple and red aura. Before he does begin to show off the way his body has mutated. And the third person, they saw Deku vanish in this strange cloud before they did a look up and stare as they did see the glowing eyes, the fangs, the ears, and this massively tall monster. And Deku, he hasn't let the person go before turning to the third and looking down, seeing their hands, his face. What is happening to him? I mean, no, this isn't good. Crap, there's that guy. No, he needs to help. No, he doesn't know what's happening. They go freaking out. Before he does, gonna run out of the alleyway and turn. Currently, him chasing the person down. And they are scared. They're freaking out. Deku going to bring his hands up, trying to figure this all out. He doesn't know. And the person, they're gone by the time Deku, he was able to catch up. He thought he saw them, but then he just didn't know. I mean, that all happened when he did that thing with his hands. And people, when they were looking around and saw Deku, they thought he was a monster. Izuku turning and running off. Currently, him going down the road fast before he does bring his hands up. Currently, him going to try and figure this all out. He does somewhat stand there at his apartment building. Okay. Maybe he'll be okay. I mean, it's not bad, right? I mean, those people, did they? No, that does not make sense. That's not possible. But this power, a quirk? Maybe, but no, he doesn't think so. But how? When? Is he making his way into his apartment building? Before he does, gonna lock the door and run to the bathroom. Seeing his large appearance, he looks like Dracula. I mean, a bat? His arms, his long legs, and these massive teeth in his mouth. They're definitely concerning. Deku's sitting there, trying to think about what to do. Trying to just turn back. He just wants to not be this way. And Deku, eventually he does get to relax. Him turning back to normal and sitting down. However, his mouth does feel a little weird. And he does feel stronger. Before he does it a walkover. Back into the bathroom where he does a look in the mirror seeing the fangs. Along with seeing that his body, it does actually look physically stronger. This weird change. I mean, is it because of that thing? Maybe not, maybe not. But it's still cool. Is it because he looks stronger or does he just feel stronger? I mean, this is. No, no, no. He's got to think about what to do. He has powers and he can be a hero. Go to UA. That's amazing. That's great. This on Izuku's mind. Him trying to do as much research as to what he knows. Trying to catalog his own abilities. Since he can apparently drain people with a touch. And that does somewhat terrify him. He thinks about buying gloves until he can understand that ability. Control it. And then there's that massive form. He's wondering how much power he can output. Or if there's anything else he could do. That definitely does sound cool. Deku's sitting there, eating his breakfast and thinking about what to take to his mother. Make her a lunch, see what she can put down. Something soft, maybe? So she wouldn't have to chew so much. I mean, if they have her on some sort of medicine, then something that would be easy to stomach would probably be best. This on his mind. Before he hears a turn, hearing the TV talk about something that has happened. It expressing about how two young men were found in an alleyway. Their identities have been confirmed. Both of them are being hospitalized, however. In some sort of strange twist, they are in critical condition. And their bodies, they're not in the right physical state. They're still trying to learn more information, but whenever they do have more, they'll continue. But their conditions are not looking well. And the video is to show them two pictures. Deku recognizing them before seeing the image that does get to show next. Them old, withered, and long out of their prime, and when they were still approaching it. And this does make Deku's stomach somewhat drop, trying to think about how to fix the situation. I mean, the third guy describes a monster. Giant fangs, glowing eyes, and a massive man with claws. That's what he saw. That thing tried to chase after him, after it nearly killed his friends. I mean, they were just hanging out. And that is a story that kid does get to tell. And this does worry Deku, since maybe he should, uh, yeah, just make mom lunch and see what he could do. Try to get his story straight. Yeah, that would probably be best. This currently in Izuku's mind, him beginning to somewhat scroll on his phone. Currently going to look into a few recipes that do sound good. And with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.